Go.
Hey everybody, this is Amazing Fantasy Football. I'm Josh, and over there is the I don't have a simile today.
That's okay. We're rusty.
I started watching Deadwood, and I don't know all the characters' names yet. You're the one cowboy to my other cowboy.
Deadwood or Deadpool? Deadwood?
Deadwood.
Cowboy, yeah, that would make sense.
And right. You are?
Welcome back, says Swift Gigs. I am Chris. Sorry, I didn't say that. I got hung up on the whole simile thing. I'm Chris. This is Josh. Welcome to AFFB, Amazing Fantasy Football, a.k.a. We're going to do some mocks tonight.
We are going to do some mocks. I cannot see our stream, so I can't chime in the chat.
Well, somebody just chatted, so either it's a
bot.
That's
good. I just can't, so we'll just bear with it.
Try refreshing your browser. Are you in the studio?
I'll refresh your browser.
It could be because you're under our profile.
It could be because I didn't refresh the browser.
Oh, cool.
And I'm being really loud. Anyways.
Well, yeah,
we're at AFFB. We're back where we took June off for part of June, and we have some news. We have a lot of news, a little bit of news. Anyways, let's start with the quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield just recently got traded to the Browns got traded from the Panthers to the Browns for a conditional 2024 fifth-round pick. Woo! Cleveland's going to pay $10.5 of the almost $19 million owed to Baker, while Carolina is going to pay the rest. Baker has agreed to a $3 million pay cut for the season, but he can earn all $3 million of that back in incentives. So that's okay. The rumor is that Baker is going to compete with Sam Darnold for the starting quarterback job. Chris, who do you got in that one?
I think it's Baker all the way. I think they've already come. I think Rule has already come out. Rule or their GM, I'm not sure who said it, but somebody said that they're going to have a competition, and pretty much everybody laughed him off, me included. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and guess how big that gap is between Darnold and Mayfield, but whatever. I think they went through the trouble to bring him in. And Darnold's done nothing to show him otherwise. So I feel.
Right. Second quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He had his 3-day disciplinary hearing at the end of June / the very beginning of this month, July. There hasn't been any indication of what will come of his hearing, what kind of suspension, if suspension, that sort of thing. I just wanted everyone to know that, but also that last year, Watson just was benched by the Texans. He wasn't on the commissioner's exempt list or anything like that. So he can still get a full year suspension, a few months suspension, whatever. He is still eligible for an entire suspension. Whereas if he was on the commissioner's exempt list all of last year, they could count that as time served, and they could go about his merry way. There's more details to it. I don't really want to bore anyone with contract talks and NFL mumbo jumbo, but Deshaun Watson still facing potentially a year. I think it's going to be like 8 or 9 games, but there's still talks of an entire season. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. I could get into more of that, but I really shouldn't. Alvin Kamara, he was videoed punching a man back in February. I believe he was arrested for said assault too. The NFL has no timetable for the discipline of Kamara. Sound like Deshaun Watson, anyone? Of course it does. Well, as far as that, there's no timetable. It's heavily rumored by a lot of people and vastly suspected that Kamara is going to be getting a 6-game suspension.
Right.
I kind of agree. I think we talked about this before with like AP and Zeke also served very similar suspensions for not exactly the same thing, but
yeah, not exactly, but it's still in the same ballpark. Yeah.
Next running back on the news list is J.K. Dobbins. He is not expected to play in any preseason games before the regular season, which has led to the speculation that he's going to start training camp on the PUP list. Now, if memory serves correct, Chris, and correct me if I'm wrong, that if you start on the PUP list, That means during training camp, you can be deactivated from the PUP list at any time. It's not like if you start the season on the PUP list, you are automatically sitting the first 6 weeks, right?
Wasn't that a change they did last year?
I think so. I think so.
I think you're right. There is a point of not point of no return. There is a point where it is a time length based thing, but yeah, I think you're on the right track.
Right. This is speculation, but I brought it up because I find it a little disconcerting considering that Dobbins' injury was like 11 months ago, and that they're talking about he's not even gonna potentially not even be part of training camp. That's for an ACL when guys are coming back at times. Granted, it's different for a running back from a running back tearing his ACL and potentially like a quarterback who doesn't necessarily have to run around and juke and jive and dance around defenders like a running back does. Like a running back needs his knees a lot more than a quarterback. So I could see where it could potentially be longer for a running back, but still very, very concerning. And Gus Edwards too is also eyeing a start on week 1 as well. I felt that was more of speculation, but keep it in the same backfield there. Chris Godwin, he's the only wide receiver I had news on really, and that was more that the Bucs don't have a timetable for him to return from his ACL tear. I believe it was in like week 7 or 8 last year too, so that's kind of okay. I'm like, there's speculation for Godwin as well that he's going to end up on the PUP list, and I'm not finished doing rankings yet, nor have I started. But I'm definitely going to be putting Godwin way, way down because I don't think he's going to play in the first 6 weeks.
What do you think about Russell Gage then?
Love him. Honestly, I do.
I don't know where his ADP is. Maybe we'll get a chance to check during the
We
mocks
will find
tonight.
that out here in a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's move along to some tight end news here. Gronk, he is officially retired from the NFL again.
For now.
There has been a lot of speculation about there's a tight end in Tampa Bay. I can't remember his name now off the top of my head, but he's a rookie or like a second year. I don't know. I'm not in on that. I'm kind of not in on Cameron Brate either. But if Godwin is going to miss the first 6 weeks, I'd definitely take a late round stab at Cameron Brate. On to Max Williams, the Arizona tight end, formerly of the Baltimore Ravens. He tore his ACL in week 5. He is also expected to be on the training camp PUP list. I put this in here not so much because people were like, "Woo, Max Williams," but it was more of the Zach Ertz managers / enthusiasts that I think is pretty good news that it sounds like Max Williams may miss at least the first couple of games, if not the first 6. So that should really help Zach Ertz. And also, this happened before we took a break, but I'll remind people that DeAndre Hopkins is still facing a 6-game suspension. So, that's going to definitely help out Ertz as well. Last tight end, the news that I have is that Tyler Conklin, this is kind of more speculation, but the former Vikings tight end, now Giants tight end, Tyler Conklin, is expected to be the tight end 1 for the Giants. Now, it's not the biggest news in the world, but Evan Ingram did have a role for the Giants. Granted, that was under 2 different coaching regimes. And yes, that role was to get injured and drop the ball. But I think Tyler Conklin could have a role for the Giants. Late round dart throw. Why not? If you're taking 2 tight ends, so you waited on tight end, you're just taking 2 just to hope one hits. Tyler Conklin.
Conklin would be the last one, right? The second tight end.
Oh yeah, he wasn't the first.
Like last couple rounds of the draft, probably.
Yeah. All right, so that's kind of news. I thought there was going to be more, but it's a lot of just so and so's doing really good in training camp and yada yada. Like it just wasn't a whole lot to really kind of worth mention as quote real news.
Sure.
So and so's looking good after coming back from injury. Looking at you, Paris Campbell. Oh, he's running with the ones. Like whatever.
Oh yeah, lot of fluff going on, as we like to refer to it as. Conjecture, speculation, just beat reporters having to fill their time with something.
Yep. Chris, we didn't cover this at the top, but how you been? It's been a month.
I've been pretty good. I had a nice little vacation to Florida. Got some away time. Gosh, I don't know. Kids are great. How about you?
All right. Picked up a second job.
That's right.
That's been going
swimmingly.
The jury's still out on it. It has its good days and bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's kind of about it, really.
Yeah, on to the mocking.
Oh, you're gonna mock me for having to work 2 jobs when
that's right.
You don't have one at all?
Ha ha. Quick update. We forgot to kind of mention we're going to still get our feet wet in this streaming thing, even though we did it season 1 of the AFFB voyage. Anyway, looks like my little pop-up chat thing's not working. Might be one of those things that I'd have to go black to fix. It's not important, but more importantly, we want to mention to chat that we're doing more of a radio-based show, podcast-based show, where we kind of push through our content, our material, and then address questions perhaps at the end, given time. And
one might be a little bit different, granted that we're doing a mock, so maybe we'll address some chat a little bit more. But
of course, so we'll definitely fill the air with our fantasy knowledge. That was all I was going to say. Is basically just a reminder that we're going to address questions at the end, and next time I will have that thing up and working. It looked like it was going fine, and then
I thought you said it was working, and
I said it looked like it was working. I didn't. I should have tested it.
Okay. Anyways,
but we were busy.
We you seen any good movies in our break, Chris? Did you see Doctor Strange yet?
No, I haven't. Movies? No, I don't think so. Just a little TV here and there.
I got a quick, it really chaps my ass sort of thing. So I was like around in these parts here, Tuesdays is like $5 movie day all day long. Movies are $5. Popcorn still and soda is still an arm and a leg, but the movie at least costs $5. I was going to go see The Black Phone on Tuesday, newest horror movie out. I like horror movies. And I didn't get to the theater, but I double checked the movie time, because on Sunday it said it was going to be at 6:30, and then when I was going to go, right before I left, it had changed to 9, and I have to get up very early in the morning, and that wasn't going to work out for me.
That stinks.
Yeah, I was a little upset. So maybe this weekend, probably not. Anyways,
Swift Gigs in chat asks, mocking against bots? Question. Yes, I believe so, because we're going to go ahead and use Fantasy Football Calculator.
Well, will be some real people, but mainly bots.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I say we keep it pretty simple on the first one, probably a 12-team, half-point PPR.
Let's do that.
Do you want to? How do we start the code or whatever we give to each other?
No, you have to look for the ID on the side.
Oh, I haven't started one yet, or I have to start my own, don't I? I don't remember how to do this.
You don't start it. You go
just
to
jump in.
drafts.
Oh, I got you. I understand. All right,
and then you select your draft position.
12-team, half point. It looks like enough available. It's a minute and a half here. The ID. Are you ready?
Yeah.
11644724.
Yep, that's the one I was looking at.
I'll take 8.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will do.
Were you literally about to say 8? That's crazy.
No, I was going to go late, but yeah.
Late 8. No, just kidding. Let's see if we can.
I am at 3.
Punch in here a little bit, folks.
Half PPR.
And anybody in chat, let us know if everything sounds and looks okay.
Well, I mean, I'm part of the visual, so it can't look that good.
That's a good point, actually.
Wow.
Where are you at? There
Screw
he is.
you.
Josh AFFB. Oh, I could have done AFFB too. I forgot. So there could be regular people in here, right? Yeah, but
potentially. It's pretty early.
It's going to be slow. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at with addressing Mr.
We're just kind of dipping our toes in. This is a dual format. Like, you get to kind of do a mock draft. People can see what we're doing, but we also get to kind of see where things are at for ADP.
Amen. Couldn't agree more.
2 birds, 1 stone. Yes, we are talking about getting birds stoned.
Yeah, right. And we get to try on the new digs, so to speak. Just streaming instead of just recording and kind of
right
flying by the seat of Josh's pants.
Whoa, why my pants? I'm not wearing pants. I'm wearing shorts.
I think I just answered the question. I'm not wearing pants, so I'm just kidding. Kidding, joke.
Wait, you're not wearing pants either?
Oh, here we go.
Wait, are you wearing anything at all?
You're up. Pretty predictable. Jonathan Taylor at the 1-1.
I don't get the Derrick Henry.
I don't. Yeah, gives us a quick opportunity to address that. That's
what would you do if you were me here, Chris? I got 30 seconds. I can chew your ear for.
Am I not in there? Where? Okay, I got to come down here. Gosh, man. Eckler's ranked pretty high.
Eckler, McCaffrey, or Cup? I'm gonna go Cup just because normally I would go running back here. So I'm gonna do a little experimentation and take my boy Cooper Cup.
I like the running backs that'll fall to me. All right, here we go. Computer. Oh, is this a real person?
Supposedly.
Number 4.
4 is 4.
Oh, there he goes.
He takes Eckler, Christian McCaffrey,
Najee went,
Justin
and
Jefferson,
and Eckler,
Najee Harris. Ooh, you still got Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon to pick from. Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams. I would not go Devontae Adams here, but
for those listening or watching at home, listening? No, just watching. No podcast yet, Chris. We're just focusing on running backs and receivers because that's the kind of guys we are. We're looking at the flex positions here, or the flexible positions. Flexible? No. RB1s, wide receiver ones is what I meant to say. I kind of want to go Chase and mix it up with waiting on RB, but...
Copycat.
Did you go? Oh, yeah, you did.
And you timed out.
So I'm going to go ahead and take Joe Mixon.
Because you timed out.
He was in the running. He was in the running. All right, back around to me. Definitely going to go wide receiver now.
You got Kelsey, Aaron Jones, your boy CD Lamb, Deebo Samuel, Tyreek Hill to pick from.
How do you draft this guy?
You're not going to go quarterback. You click on the name, then you go to the person's name, and then you click on that, and then you... Silly boy.
Yeah. Been a while, folks. Sorry.
Oh, weird. Sorry. The Cowboys fan took CD Lamb. Weird.
Yep.
So far, your team is Joe Mixon with the first and CD Lamb in the second. That's not bad.
I was thinking about Jamar because I love Cincy's offense, although maybe we'll get into it at some point, but I expect some regression. Listening to some analysis today. There's a handful.
I'm going to go. I have an options of Tyreek Hill and Mike Evans, Saquon, Mark Andrews, Ezekiel Elliott. I'm going to go Mark Andrews here.
Oh, wow. Second round, right?
Uh-huh.
Wow. So he's your tight end 1? Is he the first one to go? Yep.
No, he's the tight end 2
Oh, there he
overall.
is, Kelsey.
Kelsey went first.
I hate that pick.
And Saquon makes it back around to me, so nice. I will draft him. I am a believer in a Saquon bounce back.
You can see how thin the running backs are getting now, folks.
That's why I took a running back.
I'm kind of glad I auto-picked a running
Mixon.
back.
All right, you're on the clock, man.
Yep.
You have a choice of A.J. Brown, Antonio Gibson, a couple quarterbacks, Mahomes and Herbert are there, Elijah Mitchell, Kittle, Pitts. You love Pitts.
I'm going to go running back again. I do not like those receivers.
And which running back are you going to take? Because the top one listed according to Fantasy Football Calculator is Antonio Gibson, who I do not like at all this year.
Yeah, I'm not big on him either, but I was panicking. We're not off to a good start. I like my first 2 picks, though, despite auto-picking. Hey, it's back around me.
I'd have gone Elijah Mitchell, but that's just me. I don't get the Elijah Mitchell hate from... It's really cooled off in the last few weeks, but there in like the beginning of June, it was just like Elijah Mitchell could like save a kitten from a burning building and everyone would still hate him. Back
around to you, run on receivers, of which I started with Deontay Johnson, Metcalf, McLaren, Pittman, Hopkins. Go ahead, Josh.
I'm going to swing for the fence here with a running back, and I'm going to take a guy that's has similar skill set as Saquon. Maybe not quite the runner that Saquon is, but definitely can catch the ball just as well, if not better.
Chiefs, Allaire?
That is Etienne.
Oh, good call. Good call.
Draft player, please. There we go. I'm like, what the hell?
Back around to Josh. Reminder, he's got
so
Cup,
far
Andrews,
Mike. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Josh has got Cup, Andrews, Barkley, Etienne. He needs on the clock again. I've got Mixon, auto pick, CD Lamb, Gibson, panic, and Deontay Johnson. 30 seconds, sir.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm gonna go. Brandon Cooks here. I think he's a little boom bust, but I think it's also a real safe pick too. I need a wide receiver. And for a guy that's 8 straight years running on 3 or 4 different teams, consistently racking up 1,000 yards no matter what, I think that's pretty safe year-long production right there. For a 12-teamer, I'll take it.
Wide receiver 2, I like it. The best wide receiver 2, or low end 1, really. Half the time it seems like. Oh, yeah, 25 seconds. I feel like I need some more RB depth. I like my amount of targets I should be receiving with both my guys in CD and Johnson in Pittsburgh.
Deontay's got to catch it. Got to
I kind of like taking a chance on Sanders here because they ran the ball really well last year, and he's still the guy as far as I know.
He's running
the
backs
the 60
ugly now.
The 60%, the 65% guy. Let me be clear. I'm not thinking he's taking over the world, but I like his workload.
Yeah, these running backs are really, really ugly.
Back around to me. At this point, I like Sanders' workload.
So far, your team is Joe Mixon, CeeDee Lamb, Antonio Gibson, gross. Deontay Johnson, also gross. Miles Sanders, and your next pick.
Speaking of gross, okay, I wasn't at the bottom. I missed a couple. I'm considering tight end.
There's a great wide receiver 3 right there that's sitting on top.
No, this is the turn for me. Well, the closest to the turn for me. Need more depth here at RB. You know what?
10 seconds. You're going to auto-pick.
I considered Rashad Penny there also, but I went with the rookie Breece Hall.
That is interesting. I am on the clock now, and I don't want to go another wide receiver here, but
you need a running back. You're going to go receiver again? I mean, I don't know.
like the running backs here. I think they're all gross.
I agree, but I've got 4 of them and you've got 2.
So?
Okay.
I'm going to go later in running back. So I'm going to take Adam Thielen. Everyone and their brother is talking about how the Vikings are going to be more pass heavy this year versus running as in years past. So,
because of the coaching change, and regression, really. You got 35 seconds. My team consists of Joe Mixon, CeeDee Lamb, Antonio Gibson, Deontay Johnson, Miles Sanders, and Breece Hall. So I've got 4 running backs and 2 receivers. Looking for some depth there.
I don't like it, but it's a decent RB3.
Josh came back around on his turn, so to speak, to get Devin Singletary to give him a little bit more running back depth. He's also got Barkley and Etienne, including Cooper Kupp. He took a tight end in the second round with Andrews, and then
you're on the clock, by the way.
I got you. Throw in Cooks and Thielen there to round out Josh's team. Not in that order. My apologies. I'm done with running backs for now. I'm going to strongly consider a tight end here. And
I'd pass. If it was me, I'd pass. This is a half PPR. This is weird. All right. I can't believe that. We can do reactions later on, but I can't believe that Amon-Ra St. Brown's still there. Hint, hint. Pick him with their next pick.
Oh, should I do that?
I would definitely do it if I were you. And
go.
Calvin Ridley's going off the board.
I need some receivers, to be fair. That's
I know Fantasy Football Calculator is going off strictly ADP, but Ridley should not have an ADP whatsoever, considering he's not playing this season.
So Gabriel Davis is more or less out of the question for me. So I am going to listen to your advice and take Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I like that. Because what's his name? The rookie they got. He's probably not going to be ready, correct?
Jameson Williams now. He'll probably start on the pup, or maybe the short-term IR.
Even if he's ready week 1, which we don't think he's going to be, he's going to. Who's it back around you?
Yep.
He's going to miss a ton of time in the training camp. So, rookie missing training camp. They probably won't put him on the field right away.
I'm going to go with, and I think his career is over. I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker here. I don't know if Rashad Penny is going to be the guy.
As of now, I do, but it's July,
and he's also made of glass.
I think Kenneth Walker is the better player, but I think also people are forgetting how good Rashad Penny was coming out of college and was at a point last year. Okay. And then I guess there's Carson too, but whatever. Back around to you.
Ooh,
25 seconds.
This is round 9, maybe a little early for him, but it's a half PPR, and he's going to get a lot of work this year. So I took Nyheim Hines.
Okay.
I like it.
9th round. I mean, whatever. Yeah. Back around to me. I could really go running back or receiver here. Still waiting on. Let's glance at quarterback. Let's glance. Ooh.
I recently put on Twitter the other day.
I like it.
Someone was asking like draft rules, and I'm like, I like to take quarterbacks after round 11 that have a great week 1 matchup, and I stand by that rule. I am you know me. I'm an infamous.
To win. I'm sorry, I was partially listening.
After round 11 or later, who has the best week 1 matchup?
Yeah, I like to shoot for double digits. Oh, you mean that with that week 1 wrinkle? That's a good point. That's a good thing to mention. It's so bad, so ugly out here.
And you took Tom Brady, huh?
No, did I?
Yep.
Oh, great.
And Calvin Ridley.
Wow. What?
You're just straight auto picking. You can turn auto pick off, by the way.
Oh, I didn't realize it clicked on by default. Where would that be?
I need some running back depth, so I'm going to take another stab in the dark at Tyler Algier.
How do you watch this?
Running back for the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
There's some talk that Cordero Patterson isn't maybe built for being a full-time running back. So, yeah. Back around to me, I could really go for another wide receiver. And if there's one that I really like here, which they're not necessarily... Actually, I'm going to make sure. I hope he makes it back around to me. But here is a guy that I kind of like. I don't like stacking quarterback and running back and wide receiver, but here it is. Christian Kirk. I do. Wow. I expect Christian Kirk to be.
I have no idea how to take it off of auto pick. No idea.
So on the right hand side in the draft corner, when it says when computer control is selected, you unclick that.
It's not selected. Why?
Oh, you auto drafted too many times, so it automatically put you on it.
Well, but it's not telling me it's on it.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Anyway,
Maybe you should pay attention more.
I queued some guys up that time. I got Galladay and Damian Pierce.
And my guy made it back around to me. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Your deep threat upside play.
My boom bust guy. My very boom bust guy. I really like him a lot. One more pick left, and then it's kicker defense. I'm going to go Harrison Butker because I like to take punter or kicker before anything else. My last 3 picks, kicker. Then I go. Oh, I don't even have a quarterback yet. So I went kicker before quarterback.
I took Jameson Williams on purpose, I think. Yeah, I can't stop. Okay, I got a kicker. That's who cares? I got a kicker. I'm finishing out. We're done. We're done, basically. A recap.
My quarterback is going to be...
in the round 14, folks. After
Jameson Winston.
You like his matchup? I thought they played Tampa.
I don't know what it is.
I'm pretty sure they played Tampa week 1.
Their corners weren't that great last year. They were good, but not that great.
Oops. It's still Chamo. No, it may not be Tampa. I don't know. It's somebody... I know Cleveland plays Carolina at Carolina, not at Cleveland, unfortunately. We were robbed of that. Chargers defense.
My draft is over. All right. Why don't you recap your team here once you take your last pick, which you did, which is the New England defense.
I ended up with Joe Mixon, CeeDee Lamb, Antonio Gibson, Deontay Johnson, Miles Sanders, Breece Hall, Dawson Knox, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Love that pick. Love that suggestion by Josh. Tom Brady in the 9th. Whoops. Calvin Ridley. Whoops. Kenny Galladay and Damian Pierce were planned. 11th and 12th round picks for me there. Jameson Williams was a weird handcuff wide receiver pick for me. Yeah, I'm not really proud. Mistakes were made. Then a kicker and a defense. Who cares? Carlson and the New England defense. Josh ended up with Cooper Kupp, one of his faves. Mark Andrews, ditto.
Another fave.
He did have to spend, what is that? The end of the second? Yeah, right. Third to last
for
pick.
Mark Andrews. I'm kind of fine with that.
For the snake, yeah. I'm double checking. So the 210.
Yeah.
Onward. took Saquon Barkley and Etienne. He's looking for a lot of receptions there at running back. Brandon Cooks and Adam Thielen, again, looking for veteran, dependable targets, I would assume there. Devin Singletary, he needed a running back. He should be the guy, at least the majority winner of the work. Kenneth Walker was a little more of a talent pick for him, where he believes he's
talent over
what we're hearing, I guess, out of Seattle.
Rookie versus incumbent.
Yep, there you go. Naheem Hines, half point PPR. He's a Colts fan. He expects Hines to get some work this year.
Yeah.
Tyler Algier is a great rookie running back dart. Love it in the 10th. I don't know his AFFB, his ADP off the top of my head, but I don't hate it at all. Onward, a couple of needed wide receiver depth here at his, fourth and fifth wide receiver. Christian Kirk and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, back-to-back picks there on the turn, more or less. Then a kicker, Harrison Butker, and to flex and show off, he takes a quarterback after his kicker and only takes takes one. Oh, the kicker was an auto pick or whatever.
No, I forgot about quarterback, and then I was like, I gotta draft a quarterback here.
And then the Chargers defense around Jameson Winston, if I didn't mention that.
So, the Chargers defense is not a bad pick, so
No, neither is New England defense. It's funny I forgot about quarterback. All right, onward and upward. I don't know.
What are your thoughts? I mean, what do you think about your team there overall? Granted, half of it was auto picked for you.
Not half. Towards the end,
a third of it.
The less consequential picks at the end. Let's put it that way. So I will focus on the kind of
obviously Calvin Ridley. Forget about that one.
Yeah, I'll kind of focus on the meat of the draft, as it were, the early to mid picks. Mixon's a fine pick there. I kind of feel like I'm a Najee Harris guy, but I expect some regression. He can't carry the ball that much again. I'm an Eckler guy, but again, he's got some company back there. So Mixon's fine. It was an accidental auto pick, but I was leaning running back or receiver, and I'm glad that it was really down to Chase or CD, and that's just too early for CD. So I'm glad that CD came back around to me. I feel really good about my wide receiver depth, especially with that value pick. You got me at the 8th round with Amon-Ra St. Brown there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my three receivers, Deontay Johnson to round it out, are going to get a ton of targets. Take a little chance on Miles Sanders being the guy. Predictability there, which is tough in the NFL, but I think he's going to get most of the carries.
Well, if you don't like touchdowns, Miles Sanders is your guy.
Yeah, because of quarterback.
That's a joke. He's going to get touchdowns.
Breece Hall, again, I guess you can liken that to the Kenneth Walker pick, except 2 rounds earlier. I think he's the better pick. I think they spent the capital to get him. Dawson Knox, one of my favorite tight ends, just in general, when you're talking about that kind of after the big, I don't know if there's a big 3 anymore. Anyway, let's not get into that just yet.
It's like maybe 4.
I'm a little wonder where I'm at on Waller, and like you brought up Ertz earlier. I know Waller's supposed to be great, but man, he's got some competition. Auto pick, my quarterback, Tom Brady. Oops, that was in the 9th. Calvin Ridley, another auto pick mess up. I did see some, Kenny Golladay. I mean, he's supposed to be a number 1 receiver for his team, that is. I thought that was a fine dart to throw to get some volume there.
I gotta say, so these 2 wide receivers that we got in the 11th, Kenny Golladay and Christian Kirk.
Oh, nice correlation.
Mm-hmm. I highly doubt that either one of these guys are going to be going in the 11th come the end of this month, the beginning of in a month from now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Christian Kirk, the guy who signed
they're supposed to be number 1
big monster deal
yeah.
with Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Guys going ahead of him, Tyler Lockett, Juju Smith-Schuster. I mean, Cordell Patterson's listed as wide receiver in this format. That's weird. Yahoo took Yahoo actually took him off of wide receiver designation and made him just running back. So there's that.
Good.
But it's just bizarre that's kind of how it went. Anyways, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about my team. Running back is obviously very sketchy, but if Ty Algier for Tampa again, Falcons. For Atlanta, comes to be okay for me, then Even if I miss on Kenny Walker and that I drafted 2 rounds ahead of him, that makes up for it. And, Nyheim Hines is more of a depth play, but it's all right. I'm okay with my team, considering that I started with wide receiver and went tight end. It could be worse.
Mm-hmm.
I can have your team. I'm just joking.
Aha. On that note,
I really don't like Antonio Gibson this year. I know you kind of picked him, yeah. But
because the guys beneath him I didn't like very much either.
There's already talk that Brian Robinson, the rookie that they drafted this year out of Alabama, is going to be doing goal line work. Granted, it's a speculation. J.D. McKissic's there to do receiving work. I just everything is just. I hope we're all wrong and Antonio Gibson's a beast this year.
Jacobs and Mitchell were just in their ADP or their rankings or whatever, however it was stacked, were close by, and I really didn't like them either. Looking back on it,
what would you rather
do? There's
then?
Barkley, and there's Fournette.
No, I took him before you.
Oh, apologies. Yep. I had it wrong. Fournette would have been in consideration, but he went right before me. I guess
I know you don't like Connor, but
I guess Etienne maybe. See, this is what happened. I was like, Connor, I expect regression. Yeah. Bit of a panic
but even 80% of James Conner from last year, even 75% is worth it in the beginning of the fourth.
He's not going to score that many touchdowns. No way. They're going to have to throw a little more. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's queue up another one here.
Should we do a different format this time?
Ooh, that's large. How about Superflex? Oh, hey, what's up, Jake? Hey, they're back.
Hey, right, we are back.
We forgot to post in Discord. Jake. And so is Jake, right? He's like, Jake's warming up in July for fantasy. No, just kidding. We're just dipping our toes in, Jake. Nice to see you, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was going to do a Superflex.
They don't have Superflex and calculator, but they have 2 QB. So that's
12 teams again, or soften it up and go 10 teams. What a weird way to put it. Anyway,
that is a weird way to put that.
You're right.
Let's not say that again.
10 teams.
Let's do 10 because that just doesn't. The math doesn't work out for a 2 QB.
3 minutes to kill. So FYI, the code, if you're ready. I want to draft at the turn. I should let you pick first.
What's the code?
I'll let you pick first. 116-448-78. Jump in if you want, Jake. This is lol. I saw the notification. Yeah, as soon as I saw your name, I was like, I forgot to post in Discord.
I'm gonna go. You're gonna do 10.
I think so. If you don't want it,
I'm gonna do 7 then. I'm gonna steal some picks from you. 243. You are not in yet. There you are.
I was changing my name to Chris AFFB so I could be part of the team.
Or be part of the team.
Exactly.
Jake said he's been selling flips faster than he can build them.
Yeah, he's been posting them on Jawa and Tech.it deals also.
Interesting. The next mock draft we do, not today, but in the future, we need to try a different format because.
Meaning fantasy football calculator.
Yeah, I just I don't like Calvin really even having an ADP, you know.
Yeah, right. Isn't he out or something?
Yeah, he's not suspended. He's not playing at all.
Yeah,
the
gambling, the gambling thing. Yep, I forgot.
That has to be Dynasty or something. Who else is that drafting?
Yeah. So I'll pay more attention this time, but yeah. Also, what the heck is he doing there? That's fair.
Yeah.
Just Jawa, but notifications through Discord on TATV deals. Just Jawa. No Facebook Marketplace, just Jawa. No eBay, whatnot. I've been wanting to dip my toe, get in there also, Jake. I've just been having trouble.
We're talking about fantasy football here.
Yep. Getting back up and running. About a minute.
I don't know, man.
A little over a minute.
So 2 quarterback, huh? Are you going to try and go quarterback with your pick?
I like to wait.
Even in 2 QB.
Yeah, well, not 10th or 12th round, 3rd, 4th.
Interesting.
Just 10. There's just 20 of them that we need. Assuming I don't get a bad, or I'm sorry, 30 technically. You gotta have a third one.
That's why the math doesn't work out with a 12.
I'll wait and see
QB.
what skill positions fall to me at the turn. How about that?
If it was like straight super flex, then it'd be like, okay, we could do as many as we want, you know. Anyways, how close is this draft? 31 seconds. You said you're gonna wait on QB.
Hopefully.
Okay, I'm gonna try and go QB then. I'll go a little opposite than you.
Who's your one? So where you're at?
We'll see.
You probably won't get the one, so to speak. But who would you have there? Josh Allen?
Yeah, I mean it kind of has to be.
Well, yeah, I mean he's got your name, so. I thought all Joshes hated each other.
This Josh definitely hates all other Joshes. Yes,
but not enough to take the wrong guy.
Sometimes you have to put your personal feelings aside
there you
for
go.
business purposes.
That's what that's what I was trying to say. For business purposes. So yeah, Josh Allen went number 2. Running back, Jonathan Taylor went 1. Our Josh is on the clock. Here, let me get this out of our way here. Now we can see what's going on.
Oh, let's see here. I don't want to go Cooper Kupp again, and I definitely don't want. Man, Herbie went. That sucks.
Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Patrick Mahomes are off the board in terms of quarterback. Remember, 2-quarterback league.
I'm gonna go.
Listen to the boss.
I'm gonna go Burrow, I guess, because I said I was gonna go draft quarterback first. That's the only.
All right, I'm not auto picking. I said I would look at skill positions. Najee is there. Mixon again. Ooh.
Justin Jefferson. Oh yeah.
More than Kupp?
No, but
yeah.
Think of that combo of Kupp and Jefferson.
That's kind of what I was there. As soon as you said that, the previous statement when you mentioned both their names, right back around to me. I mean, it's not a full PPR.
You don't know that for sure.
I don't remember what I picked.
Okay. So
I guess to be honest.
Still have.
But yeah.
Since I have Joe Burrow, I'm gonna stack him with Chase.
Good call. Good call.
I think it's gonna be a little boom bust, but that's okay. This is a mock draft, and that's what mock drafts are for. It can get a little experimental, you know.
I'm strongly considering quarterback on the way back around here, but you are up first.
And I am, and my boy is sitting there, so I will go quarterback here.
Quarterback?
Yep.
Okay. So he's getting his 2 starting quarterbacks. Oh, I knew you were going to do that. Prevent me from stacking him.
And there goes Dak. Oh, dagger in Chris's heart.
I wanted Stafford, actually, to stack him with Kupp. But guess what?
I'll trade you Chase for Kupp straight up.
No.
Okay. Huh.
Russell Wilson.
Oh, that's a good one. I like it. Gonna go QB again?
Yeah.
Yowzers.
You think that's a reach? I didn't want Rodgers. Clearly, I didn't want Rodgers. He was the higher ranked.
Boy, I hate to be all in on this guy, but I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go a little bit different. I'm gonna take Zeke here.
Didn't you say you subscribed to the same belief that Minnesota was going to throw more?
Yeah.
In the last
draft? I don't know. I was just gonna say, I'm like, it's a 2 QB league. You have almost 20 picks in between. Take your guy. You know.
And he is, I mean, in that situation, he was, quote, my guy. Derek Carr was strong consideration. And I'm just like, am I just getting too caught up in the Adams, et cetera? And so I went.
I have no idea what you're referencing there, but okay.
Derek Carr was
Adams?
strongly considered.
I thought you were talking about Adams, like molecules and everything. Sorry.
Devontae Adams, football player.
Yeah. Oh, no. I got you now.
Sorry. I'm not going to be able to contain myself with that one. I hit the button.
Who are you going for there?
I think I'm going to get a little risky here. Now we're going to come back around and look at strongly at receiver.
Ooh, you jerk.
Yeah, I took him from you this
time.
The
jerk store called, and they're running out of you.
I think I might look elsewhere. Look at running back again because I think I can get some of those receivers later on. Nope.
No, I don't like these running backs, so that's fine. You can take one. Gross.
Well, who do you have?
I'm going to shoot for the moon here, and I hope that he stays healthy, because if he does, he could easily finish as a tight end 1. That is George Kittle. Go Hawks.
6th. Man, I don't see ADP anywhere.
It's because you have to have it in a different tab.
Tab. That's dumb. Where are we? Back around to me yet?
Nope, that's me. Boy, I could really use another running back. Or a wide receiver, actually. That's what I really, really need.
Oh, you only have one? So do I.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm going to go with a guy that I have loved for years.
Cooks went right before you. Okay.
Allen Robinson.
Amari.
I skipped up. I normally probably would have taken Thielen there, but I took him in the last draft, so I was going to go different here. And I kind of kicked myself that I didn't take Robinson in last draft, so yeah.
Just took Cortland Sutton to stack him with Russell Wilson. I'm worried about the lack of hype about Judy. It's really quieted down. I've got 3 running backs. I think I'm solid there for now. Probably another receiver or a third quarterback.
I could use a third as well.
I mean, I've got Cousins. I feel strong, confident in his abilities. That's not the word I was looking at.
I'm very confident in his salary.
I'm gonna take Josh's guy, JMO. That's my third QB.
That was just the best of the scraps.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. Show's over. That's more or less what went through my head. I was like, you know what?
The best of the scraps.
Well, I hope they throw. I mean, dude, I know one of the things I wanted to mention. Perfect opportunity while you're thinking. 25 seconds. Regression, again. I think Saints have to throw more, dude. It was historic. They were 30th. Like, remember week 1? 105 yards or whatever. He couldn't even go to 150 passing yards, Jameis, and he threw 5 touchdowns. And, of course, again, going back to Kamara, we touched on a little bit earlier. Josh took Breece Hall, everybody.
And I need another wide receiver. Kind of bad, too. And my boy Amon-Ra St. Brown is sitting there.
Oh, nice. They'd be your third like he was for me.
Yep.
9th. I think that's where I got him, but I don't recall. All right.
11th, I think, is where you got it. No, you got some. No,
I don't remember. Set at QB. Could use a third receiver. Got 3. I do have 3 running backs. FYI.
I'm very balanced. So far, you have Cooper Kupp, Najee Harris, Russell Wilson. Remember, this is 2 quarterback league. Draft, I guess. Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Travis Etienne, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's where I start to vomit in my mouth. Cortland Sutton is your wide receiver 2. Jameis Winston is your QB 3. That's not bad at all. You took Gabe Davis as your wide receiver 3. I personally like that a lot.
Little boom bust, little red zone threat guy. And by pardon me, I'm crunching ice, guys. Sorry. Trying to be really quiet. I think I'm gonna go running back.
Wide receiver there that I absolutely love.
Ooh, what the hell? Okay, I'm gonna take. Oh gosh, I have Russell Wilson, and no, I can't do it.
Do it.
No, I can't do it.
Do it.
Where's that receiver I liked?
3 seconds, and auto pick.
I think I picked.
Was that
Javonte
you,
anyway.
or is that
I picked Javonte anyway. Yeah, I did it on purpose in the last.
Wow,
minute.
that's quite the stack that you have of Russell Wilson, Javonte Williams, and Cortland Sutton.
I was really trying hard this time, folks. Yeah, so Javonte, this is ridiculous. My bad.
I am going with a wide receiver that I have liked
Juju
for a couple years. I'm going to go Robert Woods.
See, I thought I saw him out there, but I was like, Tennessee. Juju was what I wanted to do.
I know how you are just anti-Tennessee Ryan Tannehill just burned you so bad last year.
Well, and
So bad.
I mean,
you're just bitter.
I mean, you've never been the biggest Henry fans, to be clear.
And there's I think that's a good QB3 right there, Jared Goff.
Well, yeah, we both feel good about Detroit this year.
He had a few QB1 weeks last year, and that was with a pretty shoddy receiving core outside of the end of the year. Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Yeah. Alan Lazard, just a volume play. I need a tight end, probably. Maybe 12th round. Yeah, it's probably time to look at that. See what we got first of all.
I really need another running back.
I like your Ertz reference earlier. I'd like him. Maybe a bounce back from Tunyon. I'm actually big on Kmet and maybe even a Fisherman. What's his name? But I'm going to go Freiermuth. Troutman, that's his name. I heard a little bit of, I guess you could say, first-hand knowledge. I'm going to go Freiermuth anyway, though. I kind of like his odds better.
Wow.
What?
Okay.
That's my start?
That's just, yeah. Okay.
I mean, it was down to him and Ertz.
With a crappy quarterback, I'd have taken Ertz every day of the week. I need a running back.
What did you just say?
I'm going to go Marlon Mack here because I think he could start the year as the RB1 for the
What if Pickett starts? What if Pickett starts and he's the next, I don't know, Ryan Fitzpatrick? I don't know why I picked that name. Just for laugh value. No, I like Freiermuth. He's fine. I was going to ask something else, but I lost my train of thought.
And Dallas Goedert too. You could have drafted him instead. Oh boy. Okay, I have one more pick, and then it's time for defense kicker, which I guess you don't technically have to take in this format. I'm gonna go.
I assume you do.
I'm gonna go with another running back, and I'm gonna go the same guy I went last mock.
Did you say running back? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Marlon Mack. Oh no, Algier. Okay, he's your rookie darling.
I mean, he just keeps being there, and if it's my last non-kicker defense pick, if it was a real draft, it would be my last kicker.
4 receivers for Hines, Henderson. I'm taking Henderson. I don't think Akers is. I don't think he's going to come back from his Achilles. I think he looked awful when he came back last year at the end.
It was really quick. It's more time to heal. I don't believe it, though.
I assume he'll look a little better, but he looked really bad. Really inefficient.
He looked very, very, very extremely average.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even below average. I think Sony Michel was doing a better job running the ball out there for the Rams than Akers was, to be brutally honest,
Mm-hmm. Took Chris Olave. Maybe I
saw that.
Maybe I hit on that. I've got Jameson as my third QB. I mean, obviously, I'm not looking to start Jameis, but hey,
because it's a mock, I'm going to break the rules, and I'm going to take another position player, and that will be Ian Hines. I
considered him, but I had just taken Henderson, and I explained.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to go with some more dart throws here, and I'm going to take MVS again.
Which would be your 5th receiver. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
5. Yep.
I have 5 RBs already.
I think Olave was my 2, 3, 4. Yep. Also my
last pick. I will take
5 RBs, 5 receivers.
I mean, it's all play money at this point.
4,
so
5.
I will go Raheem Mostert in case he's healthy and starting for the Dolphins.
Yep.
Like I said, play money. Why not?
I'm going to take the Chargers defense. No, Denver. Definitely Denver. That was a joke. It was a bad joke.
It wasn't a joke at all.
No, I took the Chargers.
Just words.
All right, recap. Start with the 7th draft spot here, and Josh. He started... as I mentioned earlier, got his first 2 starting quarterbacks out of the way.
It is a 2 QB mock draft.
In a 2 QB mock draft. So he went Joe Burrow, then Jamar Chase. Love that
nice
pick.
Stack.
Yes, exactly, stack. Matthew Stafford as his second QB. Considering it was in the 4th and 5th round, again, 2 QB league.
Oh, I double stacked my QB and wide receivers. I didn't even realize that. Go ahead.
Oh, your other receiver. Yeah, give me a second. Considering he got them in the 4th and 5th, I like the picks of Zeke and Elijah Mitchell. I think the hate for Zeke has gone way too far.
I kind of like Zeke this year.
He spent up a bit to get Kittle in the 6th, but he comes around and gets a great value pick, hopefully, with Allen Robinson, Rams. That's what he was talking about with the stacking Stafford and Robinson. Like it. Breece Hall. I did that the first mock draft, so... that's, I don't know. I like the value. I think he's
actually triple stacked
fine.
my quarterback wide receiver. Anyways.
Oh, good Lord, he did. He also then he took Amon-Ra St. Brown, Robert Woods being after that being his 4th receiver, and then as he just mentioned, Jared Goff, his 3rd quarterback, is stacked with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Needed some depth at both wide receiver and running back. Marlon Mack, Tyler Algier, his rookie darling. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, another darling of his. Not a rookie. He likes the deep threat, the boomer bust. Drop him if it doesn't work out. Raheem Mostert, more of the same story.
Speaking of which, and forgive me, I don't know who it was on Twitter. They, I'm never going to find it in my Twitter timeline. But they came out, and I have not vetted this. MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, had a 0% drop rate last year. 0%. The only wide receiver in the NFL.
He's solid hands. And again, Jameson Williams, I don't think he's going to be ready. And I feel good about what Detroit has been doing the last year and a half or so. So we'll see if Goff can keep the ship afloat. Speaking of ships floating. Yep. I did that just for that look on your face. My draft started receiver. In fact, started skill position with the first 2 picks. Cooper Kupp. I'm at the turn, picking 10th. Najee Harris right after that. I like both those picks to be, top 5 at their position. Then I took my 2 QBs, 2 starting QBs, that is, in Russell Wilson and Cousins. The Cousins pick, I was considering kind of Carr there because I don't know.
I think you chose definitely right.
I think I chose the safer option.
I think you chose the one with way more upside, but okay, that's just me.
I think he's a perennially QB 12 kind of, but anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Travis Etienne,
QB 11 1 year.
Yeah, there you go. Travis Etienne and Clyde Edwards-Helaire as my RB2 and RB3. Healthy, hopefully. There wasn't a whole lot to pick from because I think Connor and Mitchell went right before that. Well, 2 picks before that. Onward, I need is more receiver depth since I took 2 QBs. Cortland Sutton should be the number 1 on his team. Stack it with Russell Wilson. Jameis Winston as my 3rd QB. Figured I should go ahead and get that out of the way. I like Jameis upside. Hopefully I don't have to use him. We'll see. Gabriel Davis, speaking of upside, 9th round. Yeah, thank you. That's my wide receiver 3. Love it. Then I kind of panicked and picked Javonte Williams and stacked my quarterback with my receiver and my quarterback. I almost took their defense just as a joke last, but I didn't. Alan Lazard in the 11th. Hey, it's July.
You should have drafted Albert O as your backup tight end as well, and just really completed this.
I did not take a backup tight end. Speaking of, I took Freiermuth at the turn there after Lazard. I think he's a talented guy. I think whether it's Pickett or Trubisky, I think they'll do enough to keep him involved, especially in the red zone. He's got a nose for the end zone. I don't think Cam Akers is going to be ready, or I don't think Cam Akers is going to be back to what he was, and therefore I think with the depth they have at running back, Henderson has as much of a shot as anybody else.
You would have to defy years of injury history with tearing an Achilles to come back and be a shadow of what he once was.
Well said. And then at the turn, took Olave, rookie receiver, sure, but I expect him to, contribute. Oh, and also stacking him with Jameis Winston, I thought might work out.
He'll be the wide receiver the wide receiver 3 for the Saints. Maybe the 2. I don't know if I'm really in on Jarvis Landry all that much, but
if I had to answer today, I'd say no. And I took Olave here, so I feel similar. And then I took the Chargers defense, close things out. They just give you 15 rounds. You don't have to take kicker and all that. It's not important. I like this team for myself. What about you there, Josh? What do you think about your Jamar Chase, Burrow stack? You're content. Did all 3 of them? Did both of us do the? No, I did not get a Viking receiver.
my Goff, Amon-Ra, St. Brown stack was accidental. I wasn't even thinking of St. Brown being on my team already. I was just like, Goff is my QB3 and the 11th. I really like that. And I actually almost took him in the 10th, but I chose Woods instead because I like Robert Woods' skill set. He's not an elite wide receiver. Yes, he's coming off an ACL injury too, but he doesn't have to be in my starting lineup necessarily in week 1. So I'm fine with that.
Right.
If this were if this were a non-superflex draft, obviously my team would probably look a little different, and I probably wouldn't have Robert Woods there, but I'd probably have a different wide receiver. Just saying. Yeah. What do you take away from this draft? I think this particular platform isn't built well for a 2 QB mock. It kind of is in the sense that QB's.
I don't hate the way it turned out, but overall, I have no problem trying a different steering away from fantasy football calculator. Let me be clear, but I think this result turned out okay. If you just kind of omit the last, kicker, defense, whatever, like just who, for our sake, for conversation, for fantasy analysis, I could care less. But I don't know. The computer seemed to. It was all computer this time, I believe. Yeah, they seem to take quarterbacks at a good clip.
In hindsight, I negate my earlier statement. Yeah, I feel like some of these quarterbacks in a real 2 QB draft probably would have went earlier.
I don't know if they. Okay, he took 3. Some of them didn't.
2,
some
3.
of them didn't take 3. Did this guy take 1? No, he took 3.
One computer took 5.
Now this guy
6.
Number 3. Look at number 3. He took Herbert first. Kamara in the second. Oh, okay. That's poopy. CD, Barkley, etc.
Look at 4 though. 6 QBs.
He took 6 QBs. What?
Yeah, that's a computer for you.
Oh my god. Yep. Okay, I take everything back I said. Well, at least that's a big knock on it. My bad. Did not notice that.
4 of those QBs
I'm
were
all
back to back.
I'm all like hovering at this part of the screen. I'm like, I don't know, Josh. They turned out pretty good. No, that's awful.
And then
that's
you
awful.
scroll down, you're like, whoa, never mind.
That's awful. Did not see 4. I had just gotten to 3.
It's not necessarily a terrible.
It didn't
team.
ruin it for me.
There's only 2 running backs on this team, so
okay. He took 6, but the guy before him, team 3, took Geno Smith and Davis Mills in the 12th and 13th.
I like Davis Mills though.
Yeah, but that's his 2 and his 3. Like, come on.
He went megastar and then
waited
barrel.
forever. Yep, exactly. That's a good way to put it. So maybe that balances out this guy taking, I don't know, Hurts, Lawrence, and Tua. And
Zach Wilson, Ryan Tannehill.
They're all starters too. It's like,
yikes.
No, you know what? It is realistic, Josh. He's that guy in a 10-team Superflex home league that's like, I'm going to trade them all. Sit there all season, like trying to hold people hostage. Anyway, well, we're at about.
I never did that to you.
Didn't you? Yeah, you did.
No, never.
Yeah.
I'm not evil like that, Chris.
Well, we're right at an hour. What do you think? Call it a night?
Yeah, let's any other takeaways you want to take from this other than yeah, okay, I got one thing I have to say. And I kind of adopted this strategy a little bit last year is I'm going to try and get one of the, say, not necessarily Kelsey, but like a Mark Andrews.
Yeah, that Andrews
George
pick
Kittle
was probably about where it's going, but that seemed aggressive to me, just by used to drafting.
I kind of want that, though, because I'm sick of trying to churn through bottom-of-the-barrel crap tight ends.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. It's frustrating. I've been able to find some decent ones in the past, but I mean, it's 1 in 20 maybe, and that's some pretty low hit rates right there. So I
think Kittle in the 6th this round 2 also.
I'm not necessarily in on Waller or Pitts, but if I can get Andrews or Kittle at a decent value, like Mark Andrews at the end of the 2nd in a standard draft, a non-super flex 2 QB, end of the 2nd for Andrews, maybe more likely the beginning of the 3rd, maybe Kittle in the 4th or 5th if that were to work out. Cool. Kittle mainly just because of injury that I want him lower. But I really want one of those 2 guys. Otherwise, I'm gonna probably just wait forever. I'm sick of these guys. Yeah, I'm not really worried about Lance too much, I think. I think if anyone's going to be good with Lance, it's probably going to be Kittle. a great tight end is a young quarterback's best friend. Me too. I honestly, Pitts would be higher, but I do not want Marcus Mariota throwing him the ball. You know. I would love that, but this is just, I'm sick of it, man. Yeah. So we're doing the streaming thing. What, Thursday nights, 8:00 Central Standard Time. You do the math. We don't know where you live, so do that. You can also check us out in podcast format. It's just going to be an audio recording of this show for the most part. Standard format, on Thursdays, we'll just do our normal show, and then we'll have a Q&A at the end. If we go a little bit, we're trying to shoot for an hour 15. If we have to go a little bit over for some Q&A, if there's some pertinent questions, we will definitely do that. But we're trying to do hour 15. So come in, start close to the beginning so you get the entire show. Do you want to just pop in at the end for the questions? Cool. That works for us too. We appreciate it. Like I said, you can check us out in podcast format, which is just an audio of this one. Please like, share, subscribe. It's down there somewhere. I can never get it right, so I'll just point this way and hope that it's right. And we'll see if it is in just a second here. There's a bit of a delay. Oh, never mind. I'm going to stop delaying then. Until next week, like, share, subscribe. Check us out in podcast format. Chris, have a good night. I got it right.